There's a new Amityville movie. They just keep making these, and I just keep watching them. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name's Chris, and today I'm talking about Amityville in the Hood. Now look, I feel like sometimes I'm very forgiving of low budget movies if I feel like there's a lot of effort put into it, and I think that's a fair thing to do because when you're making a movie, it's almost just as hard to make a bad movie as it is to make a good movie, at least production wise. You don't always know what's gonna happen, you know, it might not all come together, but for me, as long as I see effort, I would like to point out the positive things in a movie. So when I see like hyperbolic reactions to things, like I'm sure the new Matrix movie, I haven't seen it yet, has issues, but I've seen so many comments like, this is terrible, it's shit, it's awful. But there's gotta be definitely positive things about that movie. It had a huge budget, I'm sure there's great shots, I'm sure there's great lighting, some probably really good effects, etc. My point is, it's not all negative, there's a lot of positives to that thing. But, oh God, I'm talking about Amityville. Fucking Jesus, how did this happen? Now, let's talk about Amityville in the Hood from Dustin Ferguson, who makes several movies a year that are typically about this caliber of filmmaking, which to me is just incredibly amateur, lazy, low effort stuff. I'm serious, like, I have nothing positive to say about this movie, so I probably shouldn't even say anything. But I forced myself to watch it because for some reason I watch all these Amityville movies because I see it and I'm like, I just need to know. And they're never good. So this movie starts with scenes from Amityville Clown House, and it's sad that I know that, but it was like a traumatic, like I had like this PTSD like traumatic moment where it was like I recognized the footage. It was trauma from watching an equally horrible film. And there's, I don't know how much footage from that movie used in this, but this is an 1 and 7 minute long movie, and it has probably at least 20 minutes of footage from Amityville Clown House. Also has about 5 minutes of intro credits and about 7 minutes of outro credits. So altogether, there's maybe a half an hour of original footage here, maybe? And it's all about weed that's been grown in Amityville and causes supernatural stuff to happen. And I don't even actually really understand what happens. Because this movie, like, begs your brain to just die or something. Like, I'm watching it, but the neurons that are supposed to be firing in my head are just like, nah, you're fucked. My brain became smoother. It puts your brain in a grinder and just smooths off all the crevices and stuff so that nothing can be going into it. Like it's like a safety thing. It's looking out for you as a human being to not absorb any of the stuff you're watching on screen. So the movie also centers around the clown doll from Amityville Clown House, which of course is, you know, part of the original Amityville legend, probably, right? I don't know. I mean, they did that remake with Ryan Reynolds, but I feel like that was just all about abs. I don't know though. Oh, yeah. So what this movie ends up being is essentially just filler, very low effort storytelling, bad story, very quickly, poorly shot, very poorly acted, very poorly edited, thrown together to be shit out on Tubi and all these streaming sites to pick up a few dollars and then move on to the next movie the following week. And this is the job. And there's no, at least from my perspective as a viewer, it feels like there's no passion or heart or creativity to any of this filmmaking. It feels low effort. It feels like we're just doing this to be done with it and put it out because people will see the cover artwork, we'll slap the Amityville name on there, and a few people will watch it, we'll get some streaming hours in, and we'll make a couple $100 by the end of the year off this thing. That's pretty much how it feels to me, which is depressing because as a viewer, it's kind of insulting. As a filmmaker, like I understand wanting to make money off your passion of filmmaking, but This doesn't feel like there's any passion behind it. So to me, it's just kind of pointless. Maybe this is like the only kind of quality they can reach with their skill set, but I really don't believe that. I feel like if they put time and effort into something, maybe they could do something a little bit more, make something at least a little bit compelling. This isn't even like so bad that it is funny. It's just bad and boring and dull and annoying. And I'm not just talking about my review of the movie. So there's just scenes of filler where they're playing these like really poor rap songs over montages that go on for like a minute or two of driving, of people walking. It's just nonsense to fill time, and not because it affects anything in the story or the characters or anything like that, because no thought is put into any of that stuff. It's just, how can we reach a certain runtime so we can call this a movie and shit it out onto streaming services? We'll say I'm trying to figure out if it's either brave or insulting to make this a continuation from like 2 previous Amityville movies that no one has seen. Maybe it's both, or maybe, no, it's probably just insulting, honestly. The storytelling methods are awful. It's just like they got an actor on this day and this day, and because they couldn't get them in person together, they're just shot over the phone. There's scenes where like a detective is watching a news story that relays all this information about this new strain of marijuana, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as that news story ends, he gets a call from the cops asking him to look into this new strain of marijuana. And it's like, so fucking low effort. So, one thing I will say about this movie, a lot of movies use the Amityville name, don't feature anything about the Amityville legend or even have the house or anything. This movie sort of ties it in with Amityville, with the weed being grown in the Amityville house. I guess that's something. So, I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting anything good, but a little bit of entertainment would be. This movie was just depressing. It's in no way entertaining. If you want to experience like what an lobotomy probably feels like, I would say go watch Amityville in the Hood. Otherwise, you could probably just randomly pick one of the 300 Amityville movies that exist out there, and it's probably better than this one. So this isn't even good for an absolutely horrific, terrible film series that's been shat all over and, you know, just, I don't know what this means. I assume this has something to do with shitting. I don't know how you guys shit, but this is not how I shit either. But you know what I'm saying. Do you? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. That's gonna do it, guys, for Amityville in the Hood. If you got any recommendations, leave them below. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you here next time. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's Chris. I know some of you already have a heads up over the others because you've already liked the video and subscribed to the channel. To me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you do that? So like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps us out. Catch you here later, guys. Goodbye.